Oh, hey there, wavy arms.
Oh, hi there.
How are you?
Hey there.
I might leave this in. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Bradley.
And I'm Kate.
And this is the History Buffoons.
Buffoons.
And I want to emphasize buffoons. Especially after what Kate just did.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, anyways.
So today,
yes,
we're going to talk about a sailor / captain / preacher named John Newton.
John Newton.
From the 1700s.
Ooh, I like that time frame. I like it. So oh, Jesus, that's just in my ear. I would like to thank you for the last episode. He didn't piss me off.
I know.
That was amazing.
I know.
You did so good because it was a story that I knew. I mean, I didn't know you were going to do it, but I knew of it.
You knew of the story.
Yeah. I didn't know every single thing. Obviously, I knew a lot, and I've been there. But thank you for not pissing me off. So sorry. Say his name again.
John Newton.
John Newton. All right. So we found we occasionally like to have ciders on our podcast.
Not super common, but
once in a great while.
There's a black cherry one called Mackenzie's.
Mackenzie's, yes.
And that one is so delicious, and this one just stood out to me.
It did, and so what we have is Two Towns Cider House, Maid Marian, which is great because it's
Robin Hood.
It's a blackberry hard cider, 6%. Made with Marian blackberries. So
made with MADE.
Yeah.
Marian.
Made Marian.
That's super cute words.
But yeah, it's Two Towns Cider House.
Oh.
So I'm curious to see how this is.
In the freezer.
Yeah, so we got it nice and ice cold because unfortunately, the place we go to when we come up here, you and I we'll go around and get podcast beers. There's one particular liquor store. They only have so much room. Not everything's cold, so we had to throw these in the freezer, and it feels nice and ice cold.
Oh my gosh, it's so ice cold.
So cheers.
Cheers.
Oh.
Interesting.
I like.
This is made in...
Marion.
Excuse me. This is produced and bottled in Corvallis, Oregon.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, boldly crafted in Oregon. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Friends from two nearby towns blend together on a mission to bring cider back to the people. True craft cider made using whole fruit and no shortcuts.
Well, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
The first sip was delicious.
I really like it too.
So you and I each only have a single one because, again, we had to put it in the freezer. The rest are in the fridge. We have Shandy's as backup.
Yep.
Cheers.
Okay. It was so good. I loved it.
Yeah. No,
they also had a pineapple version.
That was pineapple.
Mm-hmm.
That one seems interesting too. I wouldn't mind trying that down the road. Well, maybe I like what I'm tasting. So, Two Town Cider House. Maybe we'll try that on a future episode. So,
okay.
Yes. What are we talking about? John Newton.
John Newton. So he's kind of got a wild past.
Oh, shit.
Yes, compared especially to where he ended up. If you recall, I said he was a sailor and a preacher.
He sure fucking was.
Not at the same time.
Well, I mean, could have been.
So by the late 1700s.
So we're talking 1798. That's late 1700s.
Sure. Let's do it.
Kidding. Late 1700s, yes.
If you walked into St. Mary Woolnoth Church in London, you would have seen a highly respected and Anglican, perhaps. I think I spelled that wrong, but it says Anglican. I might have spelled that wrong.
Anglican.
Clergyman.
Yep.
He was a prominent author.
Oh.
And even though his health was failing and his eyesight was pretty much gone, people packed the pews to hear him speak.
What did he write?
I will tell you.
Okay, good.
To anyone watching, he was the very definition of a dignified religious leader.
Okay.
And if you look at his actual historical track record, his early life was an absolute mess.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
So the story begins in London in 1725.
Oh, shit.
Right as Britain's fortunes were becoming inextricably tied to the high seas. Okay. The empire was expanding rapidly. Merchant ships connecting every corner of the growing global network. Goods and wealth and information and people were constantly moving across oceans. Ports bustled with endless activity.
I love the enthusiasm. Keep it fucking going. I am entertained. This is amazing.
Entire communities were built on this maritime trade just to survive, right?
Sure, yeah.
So John was born right into the heart of that.
Okay.
His father was a ship captain in a merchant service. So from the very beginning, everyone just assumed the sea would eventually become part of his life.
Which is understandable if his dad's doing this.
Yeah.
Typically, especially in the 1700s.
Going into the family trade.
Yeah. No, that's what happened. Usually the father, especially if it was his son at that time, would train the boy to do his business, if you will. Yeah. Okay.
So during his earliest years, the most powerful influence in his life didn't come from his father.
Okay.
It came from his mother.
Oh.
So she was a deeply religious woman who devoted an immense amount of time to her son's education, teaching him scripture, encouraging him to memorize Bible passages, and introducing him to hymns at a young age when most children received like little formal education.
Do you know what his favorite passage was?
I do not.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
She hoped that he might one day become a minister, and by all accounts, she worked diligently to help guide him down that path. Tragically, she became ill.
Oh no!
And died when John was only 6 years old.
Oh, that's the age my dad's mom died.
Really?
Well, my dad was that age when his mom died. Yes.
Yeah. So it left him with a profound sense of loss that would stay with him the rest of his life.
So my son is 7. My daughter is 3. You know them very well. I couldn't imagine even a year later. So he was 6, my son's 7.
Yeah.
If I were to pass suddenly, what that would do to my Xavier especially.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it wouldn't be tragic or impact Vesper, but could you imagine what that would do to Xavier?
Yeah.
I feel like
he's a very sensitive.
He's very
sensitive boy.
Such a sensitive side, and I love it.
Yeah.
It's so great. But he is I don't know, lack of a better way to say it, daddy's boy. Like he loves his mom, obviously, but he loves being with me. At least that's my perception. I could be off. I don't know. But I love being with him. I can't imagine what that would do to him.
Yeah.
Like it would alter his trajectory through life.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It would, yeah.
And I'm assuming that's what kind of happened with him for a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Children in the 18th century, though, were rarely given the space to process that grief that we would today.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So life moved forward quickly because it had to. Families adapted, responsibilities remained, and survival demanded resilience.
Well, and a lot, especially back in the 1700s, 18th century, how do I put this? You had to move on quicker because you needed to figure shit out. Mm-hmm. It's not like, well, I'm going to take a sabbatical,
right?
Whatever, name your term here. You had to the family trade needs me. Mom died. Well, all right. See, Mom, I got to go do this thing because it was out of necessity more or less than compassion and everything else. You had to fucking move on.
Yeah.
At least that's my perception of that time frame.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm right, but either way.
So John's father eventually remarried, and the routines of childhood gave away to like a little bit more harsher reality.
Sure.
By the time he was 11 years old, John was starting to sail alongside his father.
Okay.
While modern audiences tend to like romanticize life aboard like old sailing ships,
Yeah.
like majestic vessels,
It was
so
great.
through blue
Like,
water.
Oh, look at out there.
With a white
Seagulls
sail. Yeah.
flying and blah, blah, blah.
It was
You
not glamorous.
You had a great figurehead at the front of your
Ship.
vessel.
Right. Yeah.
Whatever. Yes.
It was not glamorous at all.
Not even close.
Ships were crowded. They were uncomfortable, incredibly dangerous.
Yes.
Food spoiled regularly.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh water often became contaminated, and disease spread like wildfire.
It's not like you could be like, this water's looking a little gamey. I'm going to go get me some other stuff. No, that's salt water.
Yeah, you can't do that either.
Can't fucking do that because that's bad for you.
So sailors worked exhausting hours under brutal conditions, and a sudden storm could transform an ordinary voyage into a desperate fight for survival.
Yeah, look at what happened to Prince Eric.
Poor Prince Eric, but he got saved by a mermaid, so.
I'm so glad you got that.
We don't know about the rest of his companions, but whatever. Okay, so.
His dog was saved.
His dog was saved.
Old English sheepdog, which is what my brother has. And he just sent me some pictures of Floyd. He's so fucking cute. I'll have to show him to you.
Okay.
So cute.
So for a young boy, this experience was an education unlike anything he's experienced.
I can totally understand that.
John learned the ropes quickly, becoming comfortable on deck and developing sharp skills for life at sea.
So did he learn the ropes quickly because there's literally ropes he had to work with?
Yeah, I'm sure that's where it came from. Idiom for a future episode.
Why did you say that? I don't like that. Anyways.
Okay, so.
Cheers.
Unfortunately, he also picked up habits that would plague him for years to come.
Oh, like what?
He grew into a young man who was increasingly rebellious.
Okay.
Authority irritated him.
Well, I mean, to each their own.
Discipline seemed entirely impossible for him to accept, and he began drinking heavily, developing a very sharp tongue and a remarkable talent for finding trouble wherever he could.
So, do people ever develop dull tongues? Is that a thing? Or is it just always sharp?
I think they're just called boring.
Hey!
The strange thing was that all the sailors in this area had the same exact flaws. However, the heavy drinking, the fighting, the sharp tongue.
Yeah.
But John still managed to stand out from all of that.
Okay.
So accounts from later in his life described him as someone whose language was so excessive that even
like
seasoned sailors, even seasoned sailors were finding it shocking.
They're like, dude. Slow your fucking roll.
So he seemed to possess a unique self-destructive knack for making poor decisions and then doubling down on them whenever he was given a chance to course correct.
Okay. Sure.
So watching these developments with growing concern, his father eventually intervened, hoping with that a dose of stricter discipline might finally straighten the young man out.
More or less, yeah. Okay.
So with that in mind,
it did not.
John entered service with the Royal Navy.
Oh,
so
the British Royal Navy?
Mm-hmm,
okay.
But if the merchant service had strict rules, the Royal Navy backed theirs with a threat of severe institutionalized violence.
Well, it's punishment.
Yes.
Is what it is, yeah.
Britain's Navy was one of the most powerful forces in the world at the time, protecting trade routes and projecting power across the globe and maintaining order among thousands of sailors. And it required a system that modern observers would find barbaric. Predictably, military life to prove
word vomits.
Predictability. No, Kate. Jesus, read the damn word.
I'd like to just point something out real quick. I'm not editing this out because Kate is like, we don't want to.
We try not to edit it out.
So I'd like to say, you hear what you hear from this podcast for the people that actually listen to this. Kate is my friend, and I hear this all the fucking time, and it's just mind-boggling. Or as I like to say to Sarah, mind-boggling. She's like, that's not what it is. I'm like, think about it. Anyways. Oh, my God. Get your words straight.
So, predictably...
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Military life proved to be no easier for Mr. John Newton.
Of course not. It's got more fucking structure to it. And that's clearly, in the little bit I've learned about Mr. Newton, is not what he wants.
No.
So
the rigid expectations of the Navy only magnified the flaws that had begun to define him.
Sure.
He had almost instinctively resistance to authority, and every attempt to force him into obedience seemed to produce the exact opposite result.
For sure.
So he had built a solid reputation as a difficult sailor, someone whose temper, stubbornness, and remarkably poor judgment repeatedly put him at odds with his commanding officers.
Of course, of course.
Eventually deciding that he could no longer tolerate the Navy, Newton made the reckless decision
to quit,
to desert.
He just was,
yeah,
he's like, I want some cake.
Not dessert, but dessert.
I know exactly what you meant, but I still stand by what I said. I want some cake. Peace out, fuckers.
So, like many of his impulsive choices, it ended disastrously.
Well, are you surprised?
He was quickly captured, dragged back to his ship, and subjected to a public flogging before the entire crew.
That was a very common practice, especially in military settings of that time frame, where it's like, hey, dude, not cool. We're going to fucking more or less whip you now. Mm-hmm. And it was not fucking good. Like, they would be shirtless, fucking tear up their back. You've seen Outlander. Dude's
I've seen Outlander. Outlander. Not Outlander, but Outlander.
Outlander.
So it was an experience designed to be just as humiliating as it was painful.
Correct.
The officers wanted every sailor watching to understand the exact consequences of disobedience.
This will happen to you.
Exactly.
If you fucking follow this
path. And they made Newton an example.
And that's a lot of the times what it was just making a person an example to get everybody else in line.
Yeah.
100%.
And as you said, they stripped him to the waist, whipped him in front of his peers, and he endured a trauma that remained etched in his memory for the rest of his days.
And his skin.
The punishment, though, didn't quite accomplish what the Navy intended.
How so?
Instead of breaking him into a disciplined sailor, it left Newton deeply bitter and trouble. And resentful. Jesus Christ. I jumped a few lines.
You did. Okay. Can you blame him, though?
No.
So, like, I understand what they were going for, which was, we need to show this kid, hey, this is what's up. You need to fucking do this. And we're going to prove it to you by doing this.
Yeah, flogging.
And we're also going to do it in front of all these other fucking people so they know, don't.
Exactly what you did.
Don't do you. Listen. However, me being the person that I am, I feel like I would follow John's footsteps in this.
You'd become bitter and resentful.
I would be like, fuck you.
Absolutely, yeah.
I would not just be like, okay, master.
Yeah.
I'd never do it again. No, fuck you. I would fucking be like, nope, I'm out. Peace, bitches. Priesthood. Am I right?
So a month later, while the ship was docked in Madeira, which is an island off the coast.
I've heard of Madeira.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's an island off the coast of Northwest Africa.
Okay.
The captain decided John was more trouble than he was worth.
So did they just leave him there?
The captain agreed to a crew exchange, trading the rebellious Newton to the captain of a passing merchant vessel called the Pegasus, bound for West Africa.
Okay.
This transfer effectively ended Newton's disastrous stint in the military.
So did this, what's the right word? I don't want to say exonerate him, but did this...
I don't think there was like a whole dishonorably discharged kind of situation.
But more or less he was discharged.
Yeah.
By this action.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So this set the stage for his arrival on the Plantain Islands. So now he's in the lucrative trading networks of connecting Europe with Africa and the Americas.
Right.
So it was here that Newton first became involved in the transatlantic slave trade.
Oh, shit.
Governments profited from it.
Yeah.
Merchants grew fabulously wealthy because of it, and entire ports depended on its survival.
Yeah.
To most Europeans of this period, human trafficking wasn't viewed as a burning moral question.
Of course not.
While that cultural blind spot certainly didn't excuse the horrors of what happened, it does explain how so many ordinary people willingly became cogs in a system whose cruelty seems so blindingly oblivious to us today.
Well, you got to remember the time frame. It was a lot different. And it's funny because everyone likes to believe that the white man created all this slavery. Slavery has been around since there's been fucking people. So it sucks. It's not a good thing. It's a dark stain on the fucking American history, but it's a dark stain on fucking humanity.
So what would happen is ships from Europe will go down to Africa, collect people
that were sold by their own fucking people. Let's make sure that's
I'm going to actually get to that.
Okay, good, because
I'm going to get to that.
I cannot fucking stand. You see all these fucking videos today with the whole stupid reparations bullshit and whatever. Your people sold your own people to the white man to bring them to the States.
Yeah.
And that is very fucking important.
I'm going to get to that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But from Europe, they would go to Africa. They would collect the slaves, go to America, drop the slaves off.
Correct.
And then take all the additional goods that they were supposed to actually trade and take those back to Europe.
Yeah, correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
No, for sure.
He eventually entered the service of a white slave trader named Amos Clow.
You have a cat named Amos.
I have a cat named Amos, and he is white.
He's got 2 black spots.
So he operated a trading post on the Plantain Islands off the coast of modern-day Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone.
So Newton's plan was to learn the black market slave trade from Clow and make his fortune. But Newton's self-destructive streak began again.
I was to say, it didn't subside.
He was arrogant, lazy. He
Lazy?
Oh, yeah, he was lazy.
Really?
So sorry.
Wow. I am saving that one.
He wrote insubordinate poems and songs mocking Clow. So Clow...
Kind of digging this, John.
You'll like him. I promise you will.
I already am, so.
So Clow grew to despise him, of course.
Of course. I mean, can you blame him?
So
he's literally fucking going against him. So.
He's singing songs about him.
It's so awesome.
So the real turning point came when Clow's common law wife... an influential and wealthy African woman named Princess Paye.
Common law. They had that back then?
She took a severe dislike to Newton. I'm going to explain this. I'm going to explain this.
I hope so.
Well, it sounds incredibly contradictory to say that this white slave trader is common law married to an African woman.
Princess.
This happened very, very commonly.
Sure.
Amos Clow wasn't actually married to Princess Paye in a traditional European romantic sense.
Correct.
Their relationship was a marriage of convenience.
Yeah.
So, in the
marriages are convenient.
In the 18th century, European slave traders couldn't just march inland and kidnap people. Local African kingdoms were far too powerful and militarily advanced for that.
Yep.
So to buy enslaved people, Europeans had to trade through established coastal networks.
Yeah.
So to gain access to these networks, white traders would form alliances with wealthy, independent African or Euro-African women called signories further north, or simply princess merchants in Sierra Leone.
Yeah, weird.
Princess Paye was a powerful. She was a powerful woman of royal descent in the Sherbro people.
I thought you said Sherbert there.
Sherbro people. Okay. And by entering into a common law marriage with her, Amos Clow gained protection.
Yeah.
Safety for his trading posts from local rulers.
Yep.
Direct access to inland slave markets.
Yeah.
Credit and respect amongst the local tribes.
Yep.
And in return, Paye gained direct access to highly desirable European trade goods.
Yep.
Like textiles, rum, and firearms,
yes.
which skyrocketed her own wealth and political influence.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It wasn't the white man only. I'm not saying we didn't have a part in it.
Yeah.
And they were not American. It was mainly a lot of British people bringing them over. But they were in partnership with these fucking Africans that sent their own fucking people that they would either conquer or just round up, more or less, and send them over here. Because you know why? Money. Weird.
Money and status.
But yet, you know, all right, I won't get into that right now. Go ahead.
Okay, so when Clow left the island on a trading expedition, he placed Newton under Paye's supervision.
Oh, shit.
Seizing the opportunity to punish the arrogant young sailor, she treated him with utter cruelty.
Really?
Newton was struck with severe illness, likely malaria, and while he was burning with fever, Paye had him chained to the floor of her veranda. She refused to feed him, leaving him to survive on literal scraps from her table.
What the fuck?
Newton later wrote that he was so starved he would sneak out into the fields at night to dig up raw roots to eat. I'm assuming he's unchained at this point. And Paye made Newton a target of public humiliation.
Why?
When guests arrived, she would force the frail, emaciated Newton to crawl around and perform tasks, encouraging her guests to throw lime peels and garbage at him. For about a year, Newton was entirely dependent on this secret charity of local African slaves who pitied him. They risked their own safety to smuggle him small amounts of food in the cover of night.
Go. Slaves?
African slaves who helped Newton?
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Paye's a bitch.
She's a see you next Tuesday.
So Newton was a white Englishman who had actively sought to profit off the captivity of black human beings.
However,
yet through his own toxic behavior and bad luck, he ended up a captive himself, starving
by the black people,
chained, and entirely powerless under the thumb of an African royal and a British trader.
So wait a minute. Okay, so does his family get reparations?
What's a reparation?
Never mind.
Retaliation?
Nope. Reparations is different.
Reparation?
So a big thing out in California, especially because California is fucked with their government because of a certain denomination that they run by. And they were going to give African American people, which I don't understand. I still don't understand that term. I know on my route that I sell to, I know a lot of nice black people. I don't ever call them, hey, African American Tony. I call him Tony because he's a fucking cool dude. And I talked to him about fucking Marvel shit today. It was great. But reparations are more or less, we're going to give you money because of the color of your skin, because someone a long time ago was a slave that you're not related to. You had no idea who they were. No one alive owned them, but we're going to give you money. That doesn't make any fucking sense. But of course, there's certain people who push for it because they think it's just and right and whatever. It's like slavery was ended a long fucking time ago in our country. No one alive today deserves reparations, money, compensation for something that you had nothing to fucking do with. And the funny thing is, I don't remember who it was. And it was funny because it was a black lady saying this. So I fucking love this. And I wish I knew her name. But basically, what reparations do all the people, the white people who fought to end slavery, who died, what do they get? It's the same fucking thing. Stop with this fucking nonsense. Let's fucking move on. It was a terrible, terrible thing in our history. But again, slave. Do you know where the term slave comes from? From the Slavics? Slave? Slavics? Do you know what mostly Slavics were? White. So anyways, let's move on.
Thank you for explaining reparation. Is that the word?
Reparations.
Okay. So when Newton was finally rescued in 1747 by a ship captain who was actually a friend of his father's.
Oh, yeah?
Newton.
He was saved by a friend of his father.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But Newton didn't exactly have a moral awakening.
Of course.
He went right back into the slave trade and eventually became a captain himself.
Of course.
But historians note that this period of vulnerability was the first time Newton truly understood what it was like
what he was
to have your humanity stripped away.
Sure. Well, I mean, look what Princess Paye?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say Paye did to him. I mean, he got an experience of what he, more or less, he experienced what he was putting other people into, which is great.
Yeah.
And again, good. I mean, I'm kind of digging him. At the same time, good. He learned because that's what he was putting people into.
Yeah.
Whether it was knowingly or not, it doesn't matter. He was putting people into that situation, and he got a fucking taste of his own medicine, more or less.
He did, yeah.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah. So slave ships represented one of the darkest, more horrific enterprises in American history, where men and women and children were stripped of their humanity, treated as cargo, and reduced to lines on like a ledger. Yeah.
They were property. Yeah.
Disease ran rampant below deck.
And a lot of them died.
Mortality rates were devastating.
They were huge.
Human suffering wasn't an accidental byproduct of like the journey. Newton participated in this cruelty for years, and like so many others in the trade, he learned how to completely compartmentalize what he witnessed.
Which is wild because, like, could you imagine trying to compartmentalize? Well, their property, they died. Throw it overboard. Or whatever the scenario might be.
It's odd to think about 2020, hindsight.
It is, and that's why they call it hindsight's always 2020, because you can see clearly, which I can't since you have context. But it's like what? But it's like it's wild because in his scenario, his life, whatever you want to call it. He was doing what he was told. He was doing what he thought right. Blah, 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 blah. All that shit. And it's like, no, man, they're fucking people. Don't do that. But it was right at that time. Later, we found out not so right.
Not so much.
I mean, and that's a very generalization of it. Obviously, it's fucking terrible. Again, I might talk stupidly about reparations and shit. It's a fucking travesty what we did with that. But we also fucking ended it, is my point.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So economic incentives encouraged him to look away.
Sure.
Cultural attitudes enforced his silence. And then came the event that would actually permanently split his life into two.
Oh, dear. What happened?
In March of 1748, while serving aboard a vessel called the Greyhound, Newton found himself caught in a violent, catastrophic storm in the middle of the North Atlantic.
Okay.
18th century sailors faced the ocean with absolutely none of the safety nets that we would have available today.
Yeah. Why would they? I mean,
no weather satellites, no radios, no Coast Guard.
I mean, this is literally mid 1700s.
Yes.
They have none of this shit.
So when a ship entered a storm like that, survival came down to the structural strength of the wood, the skill of the crew, and pure luck, which you don't have right now.
How did that happen?
Look at that stain.
What?
You need to stand up and show the camera that.
No, fuck off. How did that?
A beer stain this long.
How did that happen? I don't. Oh.
Did you miss your mouth?
No. Oh my God.
Okay.
Shut up.
Okay.
Shut up.
So, in the midst of this chaos, a sailor standing right next to Newton was suddenly swept overboard.
Oh, shit.
Vanishing into the ocean in the middle of the storm. It was an instant.
Was this a sailor he knew well, or was just happened to be a sailor?
We don't even know who the sailor is.
So he just
he's anonymous, unfortunately.
What? Okay. Wow.
So there was no opening for even a rescue.
Sure. Especially in the mid 1700s, there's no fucking way. Like I said, no Coast Guard.
Yeah. So that sudden loss forced a terrifying realization.
He's like, oh, shit.
If the sea could claim one of them that easily, it could take the rest of them just as easily.
100%. Yes.
So for hours, Newton threw his weight into the manual labor alongside the rest of the crew, genuinely believing that death was only seconds away.
Right.
So somewhere in the midst of that exhausting terror, old memories began to surface.
Sure.
He found himself thinking back to the religious lessons his mother had taught him decades earlier.
Sure.
As long forgotten passages of scripture and fragments of childhood prayer drifted back into his mind. Faced with the very near real probability of drowning in the dark, John Newton prayed.
And I'm assuming this is the first time he's done it.
In years.
In a long time. Okay.
Against all odds, the storm eventually weakened and the battered Greyhound managed to limp back to safety.
So did he associate that with his prayers?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
Although
that happens a lot with religious people. And again, I'm not, to each their own. I am not a religious person myself personally. I would like to think there's a greater good out there, if you will.
Yeah.
But it's funny, like a lot of times things happen. You happen to pray prior to these things happening.
Right.
And you associate God was looking out for me that day. And I'm not saying there's not a God. To each their own on religion. Good for you. But it's funny how those correlate, where it's like you prayed and
you create connections where there might not have been one.
Or there more likely wasn't one.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Again, one of my favorite lines from a movie is from Angels and Demons. Faith is a gift I have not received yet.
Yeah.
And that line from Tom Hanks talking to Ewan McGregor sticks with me because it's like, do I believe there's maybe something out there? Sure. I'm not an atheist. I'm more agnostic, if anything.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I have not been a part of a situation where it's like, hallelujah, the Lord saved me from this, or whatever you want to say. It's crazy because, especially, and I'm speaking about that in 2026. We're talking about 1750, 48, whatever year you said. Lot fucking different.
Yeah.
I have a lot more knowledge of things only because of the time I'm alive than they do.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
So Newton emerged from this relatively shaken.
Sure.
But he did not abandon his old life.
Well, of course not.
He became more interested in religion, and he did begin examining his beliefs with some new seriousness.
Sure.
But he actually continued to captain slave ships for years after the storm.
Well, that's what he knew, so you can't blame him.
As time went on, however, contradictions between his growing faith and his profession began to become impossible to ignore.
Okay.
Health problems eventually forced him to end his seafaring career for good, allowing him to devote his full attention to religious study.
What health problems did he have? Oh, come on, Jake.
He was getting old.
That's not what it was.
He was getting old.
All right, I guess I'm off to sea then.
Why?
Because I'm getting old.
The rough, profanity-laden sailor, who had spent his childhood fighting authority, was going to be transformed into a minister.
Isn't it wild? So, how old was he at this time? Do you have that?
I don't.
Okay, because I mean, he's been around for a minute.
Let's see. He was born in 25.
We're talking 1748.
48 was the storm, I think.
Yeah, so we're
looking at another decade.
Yeah, so we're looking at 23 just for the storm. Probably let's just call it a decade for sake of argument. So I mean, he's at 38. Life expectancy is probably 42 at that time. Whatever. I'm kidding, obviously. I mean, let's call him 40. Let's just round it up. Roughly 40. And he's like, fuck. What if there is more?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild that, I mean, he just shit, right? I mean, just literally shit. What am I doing with my life? And all those years ago, I miss you, Mom.
Yeah.
Teachings.
Yeah.
Church. I like scripture. Let's go that route.
Yeah.
It's a wild turn of events because of what he did and how long he did it, and military and slave trading and so on, whatever. It's just like, and then God.
Yeah.
It's just, it's a wild turn of events.
It's like those people in prison who have like committed murder and they're like, I have turned to God now. It's like, okay, but why couldn't you do that beforehand?
So, okay. Just because you brought that up. To me, it's like, did you though?
Yeah. Did you?
Did you?
Yeah.
Because I don't always believe you. Because you know why? Because you fucking murdered people, and that's why you're in prison.
Okay, so what made John Newton so incredibly effective in the pulpit was his honesty. He spoke,
straightforward guy.
Yeah, he spoke openly about personal failure, guilt, deep weakness, and the terrifying ability of human beings to justify things they know somewhere deep down are completely wrong.
Right.
So when Newton spoke, people listened simply because he sounded real. As the years rolled by, Newton became increasingly outspoken against the very slave trade that made him his living.
Okay.
He publicly acknowledged his own direct participation in the trafficking of human beings, expressing a profound, agonizing remorse for the role that he played.
Right.
Rather than pretending to be innocent or claiming he was just a product of his time, he accepted full, unconditional responsibility for his actions. Among those deeply...
That's pretty impressive.
It
because,
is, yeah.
Again, of the time frame we're talking about, for someone to be that, like, we'll just call it open.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know if that's
honest. And
I don't know if that's the right terminology we want to use, but I guess it's there. It's basically like, yeah, I fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm
deeply sorry that I did.
I apologize for my past discretions, which is great. I mean, honestly, it's fucking amazing that he had the foresight to see, like, this probably wasn't good.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
so among those deeply influenced by his counsel was a young politician named William Wilberforce.
Wilberforce?
Who would go on to become the leading voice in Britain's historic movement to abolish slavery.
Which, didn't they do that prior to us?
I think so.
Because we're still talking 1700s. We didn't abolish slavery until 1860. I feel like we should know that, being buffoons, but we're buffoons. Hey. Right? Either way, we'll figure it out.
So during the early 1770s, while serving as a country minister in a small village, Newton began writing simple hymns for his working class congregation to sing.
Okay.
One particular week, he sat down to pen a song that drew heavily from the turbulent experiences that had shaped him. As he wrote, he looked back across decades of heavy memories, the mother that he lost, the years wasted on rebellion, the anonymous soldier that was swept into the Atlantic, the storms he somehow survived, and the guilt that he carried.
Sure.
And he poured all of that into these verses.
Great.
He wrote about the profound moral blindness that had allowed him to traffic in human beings, and the long, painful process of finally confronting the truths that he had spent a lifetime avoiding.
Right.
So he wrote about the literal dangers that he had survived, the terrifying ocean squalls that nearly swallowed him whole, the grueling years spent breaking his body at sea, and the horrific decisions that carried him into the dark places that he should never have gone.
Right.
Most of all, he wrote about the beautiful possibility that mercy might still exist.
Sure.
Even for a self-described wretch who had done the terrible things he had done.
Sure.
Over time, the simple hymns spread far beyond the small, drafty church where it was first sung.
And so real quick, that is a beauty of, like, again, I'm not a church-going guy, right? But, like, back then, we're talking mid to late 1700s. Those hymns that he wrote traveled, and they meant something to somebody.
Yeah.
And that is fucking impressive that he was able to write these things off of his experiences and be like, you know what? I'm going to sit down and write this shit and hopefully inspire some other people.
Yeah.
Whether that was his exact mindset, who fucking knows? But that's what it ultimately did. And that's fucking impressive in the late 1700s. I mean, that look at his beginning. Tragic. Mom died, 6, whatever. Look at his middle. Slave trader. Look at his end. And that's the thing, is like, you have to look at the whole fucking journey, not just a portion of it or a snapshot of it, right?
Absolutely.
So
let me end with this. Generations of people around the world began singing this hymn, often without having a clue
where it came from,
about the dark history of the man who wrote it.
Yeah.
The words have become The words have become historic. The melody has become comforting. And just hold on.
Okay.
I'm almost done.
Okay.
It has transformed into an anthem of hope for the entire world. John Newton, hold on.
Yep.
John Newton could never undo the choices he had made, nor could he ever erase the immense suffering those choices has caused.
Right.
But what he could do was tell the absolute truth about who he has been.
Perfect.
Which is why the raw confession of this former slave captain remains the most famous hymn ever written.
Which is?
Amazing Grace.
Yes. Holy fuck. I was going there. That's amazing.
I wanted to drop it.
He
wrote Amazing Grace. And he is a wretch.
The sound.
That saved a wretch like me. Isn't that so amazing? Honestly, Amazing Grace will get me to cry every time. I don't understand. There was one time I listened to Carrie Underwood sing it and I was bawling.
Is it because she was singing it?
No, it was because it was just so beautiful.
I'm obviously joking. So,
but that song will get me to cry.
That song is, not to be fucking ridiculous, amazing. It really is.
It really is.
And the fact that that's the type of person that wrote it, so which kind of brings me to my point I was making earlier. It's like people can change. People have changed. Let the fucking past be the past. Learn from it, because we will never ever learn from our mistakes if we don't fucking look at the past.
Yeah.
We've all made mistakes. You've made mistakes. I've made mistakes. The country's made mistakes. The globe has made mistakes. Blah, 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 blah. Everyone's made mistakes, whether it be minute or fucking significant, like slavery. But it's not an American thing. It wasn't a white man thing. Whites were fucking slaves far before black people were. Black people sold their own fucking black people into slavery. No one is fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? Everybody's a part of it. No one is just, I stood over there. No. Don't blame one race because we love racism in this country, which is fucking ridiculous. The only way to end racism is not to fucking bother with racism.
Yeah.
More or less. You love Morgan Freeman, right?
Oh, yeah.
National treasure as well. Look at some of his videos talking like to another black man. And see, that's the shitty thing. It's like, I even just said another black man. That's what
it shouldn't be about color. It's just another man.
It's not. That's why you're not African American. Were you born here? Okay.
You're American.
You're an American. Weird. Fucking amazing concept. But like Morgan Freeman, like, and it's like, look up his videos. Him talking about basically racism. They're fucking great. And everybody, white, black, Asian, doesn't matter who the fuck you are, needs to watch these videos because they're so great. And I don't talk down about the severity of what happened, but like reparations are fucking stupid because you can't focus on one group this way because everybody's been through it. What we all need to do is get together and be like, this is dumb. This is done. Let's end it all. But they're slaves today. Do those people get reparations, or is we just fucking trying to make people rich for a minute off of something that happened to not you at all, but maybe a relative 100 years ago? No, fuck off. What we need to do is just end all of this dumb bullshit. But the problem is the world sucks. It's always going to be here. There's slaves over in some country. Name your fucking whatever country here. And it sucks. But we haven't had racism. We have racism every day. We haven't had slavery in 60 years, whatever it's been. You don't get money from that from those people. That's my point. Let's just all fucking end it. It's stupid.
Let's just all get along.
That's not going to happen. You've met people.
Did you know that John Newton was going to come out of
Amazing Grace?
Amazing Grace?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
No idea. What a fucking journey to get there, too.
I know.
I mean, honestly, what a journey to get there.
Yeah.
And that's fucking awesome. And it's a testament of whether you're white, black, Asian, whatever. You can come from a troubled upbringing to some shit. You can make good of it. That's all that matters. Make good of your life.
Mm-hmm.
So we all try to do.
Yeah.
I mean, for fuck's sake. Anyways, I'm ranting too long.
Tell me how you like the 2-Town Cider House. Did you like that?
I really liked it.
I did too.
It's really good.
I think I like Mackenzie's Black Cherry better, but this one was a really great alternative.
This was a very good alternative.
Yeah.
No, I rather enjoyed it, actually. I think they're two different things, so it's hard to like.
Yeah, that's.
One's better than the other because I don't know. Because again, what is this? This is blackberry. Where that one is? Was that wasn't?
The other one was black cherry.
I don't know. I really kind of like this one.
Good.
So, Maid Marian, 2-Town Cider House.
Pretty good.
Oregon, right?
Yeah.
See how I said it there?
Oh, amazing grace.
Well,
how sweet.
I suppose. I'm ending this.
Sound.
Done. All right, buffoons. That's it for today's episode.
Buckle up because we've got another historical adventure waiting for you next time. Feeling hungry for more buffoonery? Or maybe you have a burning question or a wild historical theory for us to explore?
Hit us up on social media. We're History Buffoons Podcast on YouTube, X, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also email us at historybuffoonspodcast@gmail.com. We are Bradley and Kate, music by Corey Akers.
Follow us wherever you get your podcasts and turn those notifications on to stay in the loop.
Until next time, stay curious and don't forget to rate and review us.
Remember, the buffoonery never stops.